What's going on, everybody? Josh Engleman here for Stokastic.com, back again with my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Wednesday, March 12th. Now be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when everything goes live, and follow me on Twitter at Josh Engleman. We got a pretty good slate today. 7 games, all locking within a half hour of each other. It's going to be a track meet. We've got a lot of Q tags out there, lots of value to start with, and Desmond Bane on the outside looking in. Who will be my favorites? My top 5 plays for today? It's time to find out. First up at number 5, I'm looking at Devin Vassell, and we don't know if he's playing. He is questionable for today. The minutes have been great lately, 33 or 34 every single night, and he gets more touches now. He gets to sort of run the show a little bit more. No Victor Wembanyama around. You swap him in for De'Aaron Fox. It's still better for Devin Vassell. Obviously, Wemby has been out for ages, but that's besides the point. Just makes it so you have to look at Vassell's rates a little bit differently when you try to prepare for him. He's shooting guard, small forward eligible. He's 6,100, projected for 19 points, 4.5 rebounds, 3 assists, 2 stocks, 34 fantasy points. The goal is 41. So you're looking for about 7 more fantasy points out of him than his projection. 33% chance that he's going to hit that goal. The matchup, though, stellar. No matter who's available for the Dallas Mavericks today, they are not a very good basketball team, and I think the position and price of Devin Vassell really stands out. We head to Toronto at number 4 for AJ Lawson. These dudes are missing everybody. Emmanuel Quickley's out, Grady Dick's out, RJ Barrett's out. I know I'm missing more guys, but some of the other Toronto Raptors aren't as easy to remember. Jacoby Walter. I knew there was another one that I definitely knew off the top of my head. Around 32 minutes here for Lawson. We saw him play pretty well recently and then not be owned all that much, which was kind of annoying. But today, he's just going to be owned. 4K, shooting guard only, 14.5 points, 4.5 boards, a little over an assist, actually a little over 2 assists, a little over a stock. 27 fantasy points is the projection, 30 is the goal. He's doing that north of 40% of the time. He's facing a Philly team that isn't a real basketball team either, so I think the minutes are going to be here. I think he's not a bad per minute dude by any means, somewhere in that like 0.8, 0.85 range. That's more than good enough on a slate like today. The salary is great, doesn't match his role at all. We just want to take advantage of these spots where teams have a lot of guys out, and Toronto is definitely one of those spots. Speaking of Q tags for guys we don't know are going to play, the Dallas Mavericks have Brandon Williams today, and I don't know if this dude's playing. I don't expect him to play, but we have to prepare as if he is because he's questionable. He's point guard only, 4,500, projected for 15 points, 4 boards, close to 5 assists and a steal. 29 fantasy points is the projection, 33 the goal. We don't know if he's available, though. I don't usually like the status of guys that take muscle injuries and have to leave games and then miss their next game. I expect him to be out again, but we don't know that for sure. We're going to have value for Dallas. But Brandon Williams is questionable. Dante Exum is questionable. PJ Washington's questionable. And they only have 10 total dudes if everybody is available. So right now, my guy for Dallas is Brandon Williams. If he's out, it's probably a different Dallas Maverick. And it might be multiple Dallas Mavericks, depending on the other 2 Q tags. The status of PJ Washington, Brandon Williams, and Dante Exum will affect the top 10s here in a big, big way. This one I like no matter what, and it could even look better. Vince Williams in at number 2, shooting guard, small forward eligible, 3,800 still, which makes no sense, in a matchup against a Utah team that clearly is not very good. 12 points, 5 boards, 3 assists, a stock and a half, 25 fantasy point projection, 29 is the goal. Vince Williams' last 4 games, he's played 24, 24, 24, and 25 minutes, something along those lines. No less than 24, no more than 25. Sat the back-to-back last time out. I expect his minutes to slowly climb, especially with no Triple J around, and Q tags on Brandon Clark and Zach Edey. Even if he doesn't play extra minutes, he's an incredible point per dollar play at the best possible position, and he's the easiest pay down option to get to sub 4K. Everything's on his side, and I think he has the upside of slowly grabbing a couple extra minutes as he works his way back. I don't have a bad word to say about Vince Williams. As long as he is in, and he is totally available to my knowledge, the only thing that could stop you from getting to a lot of Vince Williams today is if Vince Williams just simply doesn't play. Finally, my number one contender. We're back to Toronto for Jamal Shead. Again, there's nobody available today for Toronto. They are missing Emmanuel Quickley. They're missing RJ Barrett. They're missing Grady Dick. They're missing Jacoby Walter. Scotty Barnes is questionable. Somebody else is questionable too. They're super shorthanded. They're so shorthanded that they've been playing legitimate 7-footers at the 4 and the 5 at the same time. And they've taken Chris Boucher out of a rotation. I actually think Boucher might play today if Barnes is out. We'll talk about him as a value play maybe at 5:30 tonight. But now we got to talk about Jamal Shead, 14.5 points, 2.5 boards, over 7 assists and a stock, projected for 30.5 fantasy points. The goal is 32. He's just going to play every minute that he can as the starting point guard of this team. He doesn't really have any competition. I think he might even be out there if this game gets out of hand either direction. The problem is, it probably doesn't even do that because they're playing the Philadelphia 76ers and they're missing everybody that has a heartbeat. So this one's probably not changing all day. He's going to be in the top 5 regardless. I think he maintains number 1 for a while. Jamal Shead is your number 1 contender. Alrighty, folks, that will do it. Those are my NBA DFS contenders on DraftKings for Wednesday, March 12th. You can get top 10s on DraftKings and FanDuel on my Twitter at Josh Engleman right now. They're already posted. You can go check that out. Check out the thread. I'll be adding videos, which is what you just watched, to that thread. You could drop in questions all day if you want to see anything new, and I'll have updates later tonight around 5:30 when we start the deeper dive. A show you do not want to miss. So good luck, everybody. Thank you for watching. Sign up at Stokastic using the link in the description, and I will talk to you tomorrow.